past the line. No one else was chasing her down. I mean, Maddie Levi was coming, but Smith was already in there. And I just like felt this big wave of like relief. Like I just started crying. Everybody else started crying.
And I never forget, I get a phone call and it's like, hey, we want to offer you a contract. Man, I wrapped that hose up so quick, jumped in the truck, and I just sat there and just started crying. And I'm just sitting in the truck and I'm like, yo.
The loneliness or all the thoughts that come back, like it just gets really scary. Like all the other just thoughts just come up.
Hey, I registered, but I'm like, listen, the last resort, guys, this is the only one coming in, we start losing more bodies. First game, we lose 2. I'm like, you guys really want me back in, huh? Like, geez, slow down.
How's it? What is cracking? My name is Harry McNulty, and welcome to the final episode of this season's HSBC Life on Tour. We are here, the City of Angels, Los Angeles, and I am joined by 2 very proud Americans, Ariana Ramsey from the USA Women's 7 side, and Perry Baker, HSBC ambassador for the weekend, former USA Men's Sevens player, and now assistant coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a pleasure to have you. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for coming down. I know logistically, LA, it's a massive city, so we got to put in the time to make sure we're everywhere on time. But how have we been enjoying the week so far?
For me, we just got in on Tuesday, and it's been pretty seamless. Like we had a practice on Wednesday. The weather is not as sunny as I thought it'd be, honestly. But yeah, today we're on our off day, so yeah, we're excited for the weekend. We got to run through tomorrow, and yeah.
Good stuff. You're based down in San Diego in Chula Vista.
Yep.
So that's where the high performance center is. So you try and spend as much time possible there to get ready, and then you make your way up, right?
Right
Yeah.
on. Yes, it's so close. You know, it's like, what, 3-hour drive at the most. So, yeah, we stayed there for a couple of extra days in Chula.
So the HSBC World Championship is this weekend. How have you been preparing for that, and are we ready to see USA take it on and hopefully bring home the cup?
Yes, we are so excited. Like everybody, all of our fans and family are here. So I think it's going to bring a different type of energy for us. We've been training. Our first game is France, so we've been, honing in on that. Yeah, we're really focused. We're locked in, and we're ready.
Has there been any highlights this year in the season that you can probably draw back from to give you guys that more motivation for this year?
Yeah, definitely Cape Town. We placed second. So for us, that was like our, it was a long time ago, but we're still holding on to that. The way we played then was how we want to play all the time. And it's just about us being able to, play together seamlessly as one mind. And that's what we're going to try to do this weekend is can we replicate what we did there and just play freely and just play rugby.
Very good. And Perry, I know it's been a tough season for both my team and your team. It's been hard watching from the sidelines, but in terms of the men's World Championship, the top 8, who do you see taking it away this weekend?
I mean, you never can count on Argentina. I mean, they play well all year long, and I know last year it was kind of in the same boat for those guys, and then they lose to France, so I know they want to try and win it on both sides this year, so I like to see Argentina.
Yeah, they've been a fantastic outfit,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, we've had some run-ins with them over the years, and
For
we
sure.
know what they're like.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So it should be a really good tournament, and we're in Dignity Health Sports Park, and LA is going to be the Olympics in 2028. How important is it for the HSBC 7 Series to be here in LA in this stadium with the idea that USA are going to be hosting the Olympics in 2028?
It's huge. It's like a big practice run every time. Like our coach really emphasizes that. She's like, take this as a practice run. Like your thoughts that you have now, like you're going to have these, but even bigger at a heightened capacity. So this is kind of like our time to try and maintain those thoughts, maintain the pressure. And yeah, it's honestly not going to be anything compared to the Olympics, but it's like, it's pretty close because we get to envision the field, what it's going to be like and stuff like that.
With the games in Paris, there was a huge medal that came home with the women's team. Have you felt just a massive growth within the women's game, whether it's support, girls coming up saying that they want to be just like you and all that type of stuff? How's that been?
Yeah, definitely, mainly on social media. I get so many parents telling me that their child, whether they be a kid or like a 27-year-old who say they just joined rugby because the women like just won. And then people are following us on Instagram. I think it has definitely sparked like so much interest in rugby, which is amazing for the U.S. people have a better idea, even though they may not still know exactly what rugby is. They have an idea like, oh, those are the girls who won, you know, that bronze medal. And yeah, so I think it's definitely sparked like a different view on rugby.
Fantastic. And the men's game, there's a big history of rugby within the United States with the men's game. And going back, you've won some legs on the HSBC 7 Series, going back to Vegas on home soil. How amazing is it to be able to represent your country, first of all, and then actually winning on home soil?
Oh my goodness. Just being able to put the jersey on and represent your country, knowing that you have families, friends there, and just the hard work that you've put in, everyone's there to support you. It's just a unreal moment to be like, man, everything I did and everyone that supported me is here now, and we're one on home soil. Is so crazy. And like everyone stormed the field and stuff. Like that's one of like my biggest experience I've taken away from like playing this game for so long, was just that experience of having like everyone there. And I never forget, like, it's my parents' first time coming to watch me actually play, and then we actually won in Vegas. So it was crazy.
You were probably asking, what took them so long to come watch you play? If they came earlier, you would have won an earlier
exactly. Would have won more, but you keep coming.
So outside of the games in LA in 2028, we've got the Women's Rugby World Cup that's coming up. We've got a lot of the USA girls that were involved in the sevens. Now they're trying to push for that. But then in 2033, the USA are going to be hosting the World Cup then as well. So do you think that playing 15s in a World Cup would be something that you would put yourself towards as well?
In 2033, I will be probably retired with children, so probably not.
That's fair enough.
But I will be watching in
Yeah.
there, most likely. The World Cup in 2033 is going to be a huge opportunity for sevens and 15s. It's another reason for people to want to come out and play rugby. It just broadens the view of rugby, and it gives it more something else for people to watch. That is huge. Like, these big tournaments is what really people are really interested in, and it's what gets our name out there. Rugby, USA women, USA men. So just more opportunity for everyone.
Fantastic. And outside of rugby, you're a personal trainer.
Yeah.
So sport, athleticism, all that is just part of your life almost 24/7.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a great switch off going into personal training from it, or how do you balance both sides of rugby
Yeah.
and personal training?
I thought about, like, you know, pursuing my personal training career more, but it's like in season, it's kind of hard because, again, I don't want to work out in my free time. So I've kind of just went more into the content creation realm, where I'm trying to create funny content, engaging content, teaching people about rugby, and just trying to put my life out there. So again, people understand what rugby is, broaden the scope of the game, and make some brand deals, make some money while I'm doing it. That's been like a more reasonable side hustle for me. So I think I'm leaning more into the content creation realm. And like with Alona Mar, like, she's inspiring. Like, I see her reaching 4 million followers. I'm like, I can at least hit 1 million if I keep trying, keep growing, especially with LA 2028. Like, there's such huge opportunity there. I blew up at Paris Olympics, and I'm definitely going to do the same in LA. So
Content creation and media with rugby players, probably 3, 4, 5 years ago, was almost seen as something that was embarrassing or
Yeah.
hard to break through. And how do I put myself out there without maybe people reacting to things that I'm putting out there, as well as then reacting to how I'm playing, and kind of being seen as like, oh, you're not taking your job seriously. But now it seems that the whole tide has turned,
Yeah.
and everybody seems to be trying to put themselves out, and it's really, really pushing. And I've been enjoying the vlogs. Tackle Tuesday the other day, yeah.
Yes.
That was really
I
good.
think people should, like, it just takes that one person to be like, okay, I'm not going to be afraid to do this, and keep posting, and that's what's going to make everyone else comfortable. Yeah.
And I want to go back to Paris. You were involved in that last moment with the final try to win bronze medal, and then boom, it all just happened. What was that moment like?
I did not think we were about to score at that moment, but I just knew I had to be focused because we had no time left on the clock. So I just really honed in on my pass, which is, I had one job and I executed. I'm so proud of that. And then Spiff just blew through. I supported her, but I saw, like, at one point she was like past the line. No one else was chasing her down. I mean, Maddie Levi was coming, but Spiff was already in there. And I just, like, felt this big wave of, like, relief. Like, I just started crying. Everybody else started crying. Obviously, you know, we still had a kick to make, which nobody was thinking about except Sammy on the sideline. So it was just like, then Spiff realized she had to make the kick, and then she made it. She's not even a kicker. So It was just like a big relief though, like similar to what Perry said about winning in LA. Like it just felt like so good to finally, in Vegas, sorry. It felt good to finally just feel like everything you did has paid off. So it was great.
Yeah, so fantastic. I'm getting goosebumps. I wasn't even involved.
Yeah, it was insane.
So
Oh my
good.
God.
Perry, we've managed to stay retired for a very long time, the two of us, who are now teammates.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. Yeah. You can't keep away. How's everything been going? Training, we're getting ready for India.
Oh man, I've been having a blast training. You know, I've been running around with the boys at some sessions here and there, and then just trying to stay motivated to be like, man, this is why I kind of retired. I don't like doing all this extra fitness, but it's been fun though. You know, I've been getting out there early mornings, doing some running and stuff. And Scott Curry was there training the other day, and I told him we're one up on the Bravehearts now because he watched me do some training. He hadn't done his yet.
Yeah, you're making me jealous. You've got a whole facility. You got teammates. You got Scott coming in. I need to get flown into Chula Vista to come training.
Hey, for real though, you motivated me to get going though with the post you put in the chat.
There we
I said,
go.
man, Harry actually getting after it, man. I need to start going too.
One and done over here, though. That's the only problem.
Tripping over the dog.
Yeah. So it's been good. It's something fun, and I think also like it's a really interesting time for the game of sevens. It's
sure.
breaking into different markets. Like USA obviously is a huge market for rugby, and now India's bringing its idea of, you know, we want to get involved in this. And all the stats that the league have been bringing out is that actually rugby is a massive game within the country, but nobody knows about it. It hasn't been pushed out media-wise and stuff like that. So for us to be able to have the opportunity is going to be amazing, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you've moved into the coaching role now. How has that transition been? Have you been enjoying it? And what have you been able to take from your playing experience into the coaching role?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I actually been loving it for real. Like, it's a big change for me from one, because I was a player with some of these guys, and then I'm now coaching these guys. So it's like almost have to like draw a line in the sand of being a player and then to a coach, which like they helped me massively with that. And it's just been good all the way around. And then just like learning how to communicate better, you know, from when being a player, it's like I'm always a motivator kind of guy. I'm always having an energetic kind of vibe and everything, but it's all about how to speak when you're speaking to certain players and when you're speaking to the group, you know. So those are little things that Simon has given me the opportunity to work with and then learn from it at the same time. So, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Like, he's actually just thrown me into the fire a couple times and just letting me be. And he actually let me run the whole entire tournament in Singapore, which is cool, from the film sessions to the halftime talks to meetings afterwards to the warm-ups, just everything. So it's been really good, and I've been enjoying it. Like, there's just been a vision of mine for a long time, and I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to do it now.
You must have been pumped up in Singapore. You're probably like, get me on the field instead. If your boy's not going to do it now, I'll do it.
Oh my God. I kept telling the boys, because I'm like, hey, I registered, but I'm like, listen, the last resort, guys, this is the only one coming in, we start losing more bodies. First game, we lose 2. I'm like, you guys really want me back in, huh? Like, geez, slow down.
Next time, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to swap places with you and I'm going to be on the pitch.
I guess I got to show you then.
Yeah. And with the new generation of talent that's coming through, post games, there's always movement within squads. Players move on, new players come through. Who's really been impressing you?
Oh my gosh, Chevy's been really good, and then Porter Goodrum has been well too, to step in the tournament that he came in. And it's just good to see these guys grow and learn. You know, like we talked about going into this tournament, how it was probably like out of the 9 players we took, we had 4 or 5 that had less than 3 caps. You know, and just to watch these guys how they're developing over the last like 8-9 months and just seeing them grow has been phenomenal.
Fantastic. And is there anything that you miss being a player compared to being on the staff?
Man, I just think I was just getting like the vibe and the goosebumps of like when you go in and put your shirt on and then just you're in the room with just the team. And it's like just that camaraderie of coming together and like knowing now that we put all the hard work in, now let's just go out and have fun and play. I just missed that little moment, just being with the boys again.
I always remember seeing you walking around full tracksuit and earphones in.
Getting in the zone, man.
Man, 35 degrees in Hong Kong and Perry's in a full tracksuit with his earphones in walking around. Man, are you not roasting hot?
Got to keep the blood flowing, body warm, ready to go.
Brilliant. This section is called Life is Rarely a Straight Line and sponsored by HSBC, and we talk to the players about the struggles that they've gone through in their careers and the networks that they have that help them get through those tough moments on and off the field. Ariana, when we were in the Tokyo Games, you made it to the games, and then in the first match, you tore your ACL, and things obviously got flipped on their head. But then it went through all the way to Paris to being a completely different experience. What was that moment like? Who helped you through that, and how did you get through it to come through the other side?
Yeah, the ACL injury was like, I was obviously not expecting it at all, but it was really hard for me because I was on a high for my first games despite us losing. And after tearing my ACL, it was like over for me. I knew I had no more chance of like playing for the next year. I had to go back to college. So I think with the help of my sports psychologist, like Peter Harble, like he's been very helpful in not only this in Tokyo Games, but also like Paris Games. I think I struggle more mentally with the pressure of the games from Tokyo and Paris. That's been my biggest struggle, is like the pressure of just the games itself is such a huge tournament. So I remember a specific moment where Peter, we did this activity where he put a cup in my hand and he was throwing like paper at me with all of my like doubts written down on the paper. And he's like, are you gonna, like, he said this time, don't look at the cup, just look at all the doubts, try to swap them away. So I was standing there like trying to swap them away, the water's falling. And then the next time he did it, he said, just look at the cup, focus on just the cup, which is the game. And no water spilled. So I use this, like, it was a good visual for me to use, like, when I'm in the games. Like, focus on what's in front of you. That's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about whether, like, the loneliness or all the thoughts that come back. Like, it just gets really scary. Like, all the other just thoughts just come up. So just focus on the goal at hand. So that's kind of how I became more mentally tough from the last games and how I got through that.
Oh, that's brilliant. And that's such a great visual and a nice way to be able to process things, because sometimes you get caught up in everything and you're like, can't really see through it. And then something as simple as looking at a cup of water and everything being thrown at you. And you were the first rugby player from Dartmouth College to represent at the games as well. Did they reach out? Did you have a strong network there when everything didn't go your way in Tokyo?
They are so supportive. Like, when I went back to school after the ACL, like, everybody it was just so much love, like, through the media, through just support from coaches, teammates, like, everything. But they had a great, like, sports, like, PT person.
Yep.
So every day I was working with her, and she was just, like very detailed too, like, intricate, making sure, like, watching me through everything, making sure that I was doing every exercise right, and I really appreciated that. At the time, I thought it was, like, too much, but now I'm looking back, I'm like, she really did care, was, like, measuring my quad every week. So, yeah, it was really helpful. I had a great community and support.
That's fantastic. It's great to be able to have that support, even if you don't realize at the time and things don't go your way. For them to reach out is so helpful, and it's worth its weight in gold, really. And Perry, you were first in the NFL, you were signed, and then you picked up an injury there, and then you were released, and you have to then transfer and go into a new sport and figure that all out, and obviously that paid off massively for you. And how was that in terms of a transition?
It was tough, because my first dream and my first goal was always playing in the NFL, and I felt like I was right there. I had the opportunity, I was right there, and then the next thing I know, it's just taken away from me. So it was hard to, like, transition to figure out what was next for me after chasing it for so long. And once I saw that the sport of rugby is going to be an Olympic sport, I'm like, you know what? I still have opportunity to be on a big stage, to represent my family, but a way out to show other people, hey, it's more than just being stuck in the hood kind of deal, and, like, it's other opportunities to get yourselves out. And I'm like, man, I can see myself on cereal boxes, billboards. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be an Olympic athlete. I'm about to go play rugby. I'm gonna learn rugby. So I went to learn rugby, and it was tough. I went to Ohio, and man, I just felt like I wasn't getting my opportunity. I wasn't getting a breakthrough at all, you know. And so it was like times where I was like, you know what? I'm done playing. I don't want to play anymore. Like, everything's been going on for so long. I haven't got the opportunity I needed. And it just made me think about the same situations happening with the NFL. It's like, I was told I'd get a futures contract. That never came back around. I was told to do, like, X, Y, Z, so many different workouts. I did it, still nothing. I went to so many other workouts for
CFL team, still nothing. And now here I am playing rugby, and I felt like I was getting the same thing done. Like I never forget, I went to Scotland to play in the Melrose Sevens, and then it was like, this is your opportunity. You got to face Carlin Niles. Well, first of all, I never even got to play Carlin Niles. We lost the first game, so my Melrose is like one and done, So I never even got to play against Carlin, and so there was that opportunity gone. And then I was like, okay, you got to go to Rugby Town and destroy Rugby Town. Go to Rugby Town, nothing happens. Go to National, nothing happens. So I'm like, I'm done with this, playing sports, going back and forth. And my mom's telling me, I'm getting older, My mom's telling me, hey, like, you might have to start working now. Just like let this little juvenile dream go. And then one day I just get a phone call. I never forget, man. I was working at a pest control company, and I was like, I had just did like their quarterly where they just spray their house down and on the outside and stuff. And I never forget, I get a phone call, and it was like, hey, we want to offer you a contract. Man, I wrapped that hose up so quick, jumped in the truck, and I just sat there and just started crying. And I'm just sitting in the truck, and I'm like, yo, I just got offered a contract, man. I'm like, can I be done for this? Like, hey, man, wrap it up. You're done. We want to give you like a going away party. So just the support just from like people that was in my corner backing me up the whole time, though, just like keeping me there, like wouldn't let me quit. It's been everything. And I just feel like whenever you face hard times or injuries, support systems is everything. Support is everything, because when you feel alone, you have all these thoughts when you're by yourself, and then like when you have people that's there to help you, it allows you to get through these things, So that was the biggest part for me, though, when I went through my injury with the NFL, was I felt like I had no one to turn to at the time. And I get it, because when I talk to people afterwards, like my best friends and stuff, my brothers, like I didn't know what to say. And you like, what do you say? You know what I mean? You don't know what to say. So yeah, that was it for me, though, man. The support system was everything to get me through.
Yeah, fantastic. What cereal box are we getting you on, Perry?
I don't know, man. I thought about the Wheaties, man, but that didn't work, man. That never came through.
Shout out to Wheaties.
Shout out to Wheaties, man.
We're gonna get you on that cereal box, Perry.
Yeah, man.
Great stuff. And we're gonna wrap this all up. We got a couple questions from some fans, quick community questions like that. So Joey's asked, who's tougher, NFL or rugby players?
Man, it's hard to say, because I always tell people, man, when you put pads and stuff on, you feel invincible. Like, imagine you just put like an armor on. I tell you to run, hit this wall, you'll do it. But then if I say take the armor off and I tell you to run to the wall, you're going to do it. You may do it, but you're going to do it totally different than you had this armor on. So it's hard to say, man, but I would just say rugby players are definitely tough, though. They're definitely tough. I mean, like, man, like, whew, just like, you go watch the Running Straight right now challenges that's going on. Then you will see, because I'll definitely go with rugby, because I've talked to a few NFL players from Terrell Owens and whatnot, and try to get these guys to come out and play rugby. And the first thing they say is, no, you guys are way too crazy and too tough. So there's your answer, rugby players.
Great answer. Ariana, Jenna has asked, do you or Noah ever have a day off from being total athletes at home? Do you ever just have like that pizza night? Or we saw that you have an ice cream and a sandwich named after you for your homecoming. I don't know if that's real. Did you ever have that?
Yes, I had an ice cream in my hometown. It's oh my gosh, what was it called? It was like the Ariana's Revolutionary Return, something like that. It was like they were just celebrating me coming back from the game, so it was really
cool.
nice. Yeah.
That's cool.
For me and Noah, yes, we have Saturdays. We don't do anything. We might go for a walk, but that's like it. We just chill. Like, we have days where we just chill and watch movies, and that's it.
I love chill days.
Me too.
I love a chill day.
Yeah.
And LA Sevens has asked, because we're in California, what is your in and out order?
Oh, man, a double-double. I go double-double, no onions. Every once in a while, I might throw in there the animal-style fries, and then I go to a milkshake.
That's why you're 34
that's
now.
the order.
That's why your pants not fitting, Perry.
Or no milkshake or no animal fries, you got to go 2 double-doubles.
Yes.
There you go. That's it right there.
Ariana?
I also am a double-double, no onions, but I never got the animal fries before. I just get the plain fries. I'm very basic when it comes to food. The milkshakes, they aren't good for my stomach, so.
That's fine. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sure we're all excited for the HSBC LA Sevens this weekend, and I want to wish you the best luck on the field and off it. Hopefully you don't have to suit up. And
Maybe.
maybe. And all the best, and thank you so much for your time. Cheers.
Thank you guys. Really
you.
appreciate the opportunity because we're all about opportunities over here.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, thank you so much.